Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to do a which shoe for you video between two shoes I own. One is the Altra Torin 7 and the other is the Scott Pursuit. There are definitely some differences between these two shoes, but there are some similarities. One thing that's very similar is they both have 30 millimeters of stack height in the heel. They are different in that the Altra has 30 millimeters of stack height in the heel, 30 millimeters in the forefoot, and uses its Ego Max midsole. The Pursuit from Scott has 30 millimeters of stack height in the heel, 22 in the forefoot, but it's got a very bouncy, nice foam that is a bit firmer. I find that the forefoot on both actually fits me pretty well. Altra with its foot-shaped toe box, but the Scott Pursuit actually has a nice roomy toe box as well that fits me up well. A thing that is very similar between the two shoes, the weight. My Altra Torins 7s, when I weigh my men's size 11 and a half, I'm getting 9.77 ounces. When I weigh my my Scott Pursuits in a men's size 11 and a half, I am getting 9.66 ounces. So they're like a tenth of an ounce difference between the two shoes. And they both have the same stack height in the heel. Now let's talk about some of the differences. They both have rubber outsoles, which works very good, seems to be wearing well. They both have engineered mesh type uppers, which both seem to breathe well. The midsole on the Scott Pursuit is very bouncy. It feels very good, but it's definitely a firmer ride. I actually find it, I think it's going to be a little more preferred if I'm picking up the pace. I kind of like a little bit of a firmer feel. You don't feel like you're sinking down in it quite like you do in the Ego Max. I find you feel like you're sinking a little bit in the Ego Max. I have run up to 11 miles in these Scott Pursuits, and they actually felt really good. I think they would actually work real well for a long run. There's a couple reasons why I won't be using the Scott Pursuits quite as much, but I think they're very good shoes as long as they fit you well. The biggest issue I have with the Pursuits, one is the 8 millimeter drop. A lot of people love to have some drop to their shoes, and they will prefer that or enjoy it a lot. For me, I don't really, I've worked my way down to using mostly 0 drop, and I'll use low drop shoes up to about a 6 millimeter drop. 8 is a little bit too much of a ramp. But other than that, these feel really good. The other issue I have is I have a little bit of a fit issue. My heel is fairly narrow, and I just cannot get this to lock down real well and through the heel. I'm able to tie the runner's knot and keep it from slipping, but it still leaves a lot of material on the side, and it's just a little loose feeling. So that's one of the reasons. But as far as picking up the pace, all things being equal, if these fit me right, these would be my choice if I needed to pick up the pace between the two shoes. Go to the Altra Torin 7. I think they became a little less useful as a everyday pick up the pace shoe when they added the 2 millimeters of extra stack height between the 6 and the 7. But that 2 millimeters extra stack height really feels good for long and easy runs, and I find them extremely comfortable for wearing around like at the running shoe store on the concrete all day. So and these are 0 millimeter drops, so they kind of meet my definition of low drop, and they fit me well. So I know these I will wear until they're done at probably 400 miles. I'm still putting some miles in the Scott Pursuit, but they are not my preference just because of the heel to toe drop, and the fit around the midfoot. But if you're looking for one all-around shoe and these fit you well, and you don't mind an 8 millimeter drop, I think the Scott Pursuits would be a great choice. Anyway, so that is really my comparison and my use cases. I'll probably compare the Scott Pursuit to other Altra shoes that are probably, I think, a little bit better for all-around use. But that's really my comparison for today. I hope you found it interesting. If you liked the video, please consider giving the thumbs up, a like button. If you're interested in any more of my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. And other than that, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Keep moving.